This is my video of a freeway shootout between the Ulanzi MT-09, the GoPro Shorty, and the Ulanzi MT-08. Now, these are the most common short mini selfie stick tripods for action cameras, for phones, etc. on the market. Ulanzi obviously has come out with two versions, while GoPro just has the Shorty, but I'm going to go through each one of them to show you what the differences are, which I think is the better one, etc. So I'm going to start off with this one here, the Ulanzi MT-09. Now the Ulanzi MT-09, you can pick it up on Amazon for £16.95, and this item, this particular selfie stick or mini pole, tripod pole, weighs 62 grams. Now in the box you get the Ulanzi, I'm going to call it the Ulanzi Shorty from now on. So you get the Ulanzi Shorty and you get a nice thumb screw. Now I like this thumb screw because it has two fins on either side, and it's not like a traditional GoPro one, so even with gloves on you can tighten this up no problem, loosen it and tighten it up no problem. And as you can see, it has not the traditional wing nut on the end, it has this kind of, I'd say kind of rounded nut on the end instead, where it goes through. Now it has it's all made out of plastic with a metal part up here. So this ring part is metal here, where the red is, that's metal. This up here is plastic, and we have the Ulanzi branding on here. And on each leg we have a rubber mat grip here on each leg, all the way around on all three legs. And we have rubber, I'll open this out, on the bottom of each leg, and with a nice kind of woven mesh, diamond mesh interior of the legs to give it strength. Now this is how it looks. I've got the GoPro 8 fitted on there, and this is how it looks with your GoPro on there. Now it's not just made for GoPros. If you've got any other action camera, I'll say this, as long as it's got the GoPro style fingers on the actual cage, it can on it, you can fit that. So it's not just for GoPros, it's for other action cameras as well, and even for your phone. If you've got a phone mount that has them kind of GoPro fingers on there, it will fit on there. And this is how it looks, and I have to say it looks quite smart. And in the feel of the hand with this rubber on there, it has a nice feeling to it, a nice feel grip, and as you can see it tapers off to a narrow point, which in the hand here feels absolutely good. Next up we have the GoPro Shorty. I would say the original one, and these two obviously copied from it. And this is how the box looks, and this is how you get the Shorty. Now this one, the Shorty, you can buy for £22 off Amazon at the time when I bought this, and the Shorty weighs 65 grams, so it's a bit more heavier than the Ulanzi MT-09. Now this is what you get in the box, the Shorty. Now I have to say the Shorty looks a little bit smaller than the Ulanzi MT-09, but when I put them all together we'll take a closer look. With the Shorty you do get a kind of screw here, not a thumb screw, but you get a kind of screw with a very large opening channel in there. Now that is purposely done so you can put a coin in there to turn it, so it doesn't rely on the thumb screw. You can take the thumb screw if you want to put a thumb screw on there, but with this it keeps its form factor more compact. And also that has a kind of, I think they call it knurling around, or grip around the screw here, so you can release it with your fingers instead of a coin. So you can tighten it up with a coin if you want to, if you've got gloves on or whatever, but you can also use this screw as it is with your fingers. Now with the Shorty, one thing I've noticed with the Shorty, there is no grip on the Shorty whatsoever. It's just very smooth with the GoPro branding here, written very small, and the feet do click together and come out, and it still has that same, like the Ulanzi, it has the diamond woven pattern in there to give it added more strength, and it clips in together like that. But other than like the Ulanzi, where the Ulanzi starts off thick at the top and tapers down, this has a very short taper at the end. On the feet itself, there is no rubber on there whatsoever, no rubber, rather than with the Ulanzi MT-09, which has rubber on the ends of the feet. Now that's how the GoPro Shorty looks with the GoPro 8 on top, or any kind of GoPro on there, or action camera. It's not just for GoPros, any action camera, as long as it's got the fingers here on the cage, it can fit onto this. Now, one thing I've noticed when I was placing this on, now it could be just this model, this particular one, it was quite stiff to put the actual GoPro on there with its fingers. For some reason it was very stiff, but I managed to put it on there. But this screw here is really fiddly to tighten under the GoPro. Obviously if you had a coin or a screwdriver it would be easier, but using just your fingers, it's a lot of turning and it's very fiddly, not like with the Ulanzi where it uses that. So you might have to use a thumb screw here instead of using this screw, but it's up to you. But as I says, using with that screw there, it keeps the form factor really, really small. And in the hand, it does to me feel a little bit smaller than the Ulanzi MT-09. It does feel a little bit smaller than that. Now we come to the last one, which is the Ulanzi MT-08. And this I picked up from Amazon for £15.95. And the weight of this item is 109 grams. Now, the difference with this item is, instead of having a GoPro style head on the top, it has a ball mount. Now this is the Ulanzi MT-08. Now this is as you can see off the back, this is slightly longer and it has a ball head on the top. Similar to the 09, it has, it's made out of all plastic. It has a kind of rubber grip on each of the legs. Same with the same thickness, tapering off sharply to a point. It has rubber on the bottom of the legs here, and it locks in together when closed up. Now the ball head, you simply turn that screw and you can maneuver the ball head. So this doesn't have a GoPro style mount. You can use cameras like the Xiaomi, the SJ Cam, that have their own built-in 1/4 inch thread female mount on them and screw the camera straight onto it. But with a GoPro camera, you're going to have to put a tripod mount on there. Now this is how it looks with a GoPro camera on there. This is the HERO8, and as you can see, it's gone even longer because you have to put a tripod mount onto that 1/4 inch screw. Now this is a Joby tripod mount with a Joby thumb screw, and you can see the length is increased. Now just by looking at that now, you can see, and I'll try and match them up across this line here, and you can see that looking at it, between these two, I would say the GoPro Shorty looks the slightly smaller one than the Ulanzi MT-09, and the Ulanzi MT-08 is the largest one. Now, on looking when buying this, it does state that you can put a proper camera on here, up to a mirrorless camera with this particular one. So that's why the size is most likely bigger, not only with the ball head, but it can take a larger camera on there rather than the other two. Now, this is how the Ulanzi MT-09 looks like, fully extended out. And as you can see, it's a mini. So all three of these are mini. So bear that in mind. Now, they give you a measurement, which is from that end to that end. Like with all my other videos, when it comes to selfie sticks, I don't go by that measurement, which the manufacturers tell you, because it's that length. They're giving it between these 2 points. I go by the top of the handle to the bottom of the mount, and between these two small points, this extends at 4.8 inches in length. It's very, very small, and as you can see, it's perfect for vlogging. If you're doing any vlogging, it's perfect for that. The seam on here, the stem is an aluminium stem. I liked how they've coloured each section. They haven't left it in white. It's all coloured the same as the stem itself. And the stem is made out of metal, aluminium. And it's just a nice, lightweight feeling of holding this mini selfie stick tripod. For your action camera, it's really, really good. It does feel good, especially with that kind of grip on the end. It does make up and makes a whole difference when holding this. So that's the Ulanzi MT-09, and that's how it looks. Now we have the GoPro Shorty with the camera on, and once again, the measurement, as I always say this, and I'm going to repeat it again, I measure from the bottom of the mount of the holder to the top of the handle, and this measures between these two little points here. It measures 4.5 inches long in length between those 2 points. So as you can see, it is, just by looking at it, I know this is shorter than the Ulanzi MT-09. It's built the same way though, or the Ulanzi is built the same way as this, but here on the stem itself, it has 2 grooves in there for strength, for added strength. Same again where each section meets, where they got this plastic kind of sleeving in there to give it friction. It is coloured the same as the stem, which is great. And the holder at the top here, as I said before, is made out of plastic. And as you can see, it's not bad, it's not too bad. It's at a nice short little length. The Ulanzi, I think, the Ulanzi the 09, Ulanzi MT-09 is a little bit longer, but it's the grip on the Shorty, to me, doesn't feel as good as the grip on the MT-09 because of that little bit of rubber that they've put on each of the feet. It does make a difference in the hand, but at the same time, how this is ended at the bottom here compared to the Ulanzi, where it comes more of a sharpened point in the hand, especially at the base of the hand here, it does feel a bit better. So it feels a bit better when you hold it towards the palm, in the palm of your hand here, towards the end of your palm, but the actual feeling of grip is better on the Ulanzi. Now here is the Ulanzi MT-08. I got that right, MT-08. Now it's the same length, so these points between the actual extension points here is the same as the 09, which is 4.8 of an inch, inches long. So it's the same, but because of the ball head on there, it does give the appearance that it's longer. but it feels the same as the 09. It feels the same. As I said, this extends, and I'll show you my palm and my hand here. Like with the 09, you can see it extends more out than the GoPro Shorty, which pokes out a bit, which isn't too bad on the palm of your hand, but the feel in your hand of the grip of it, to me, feels better than the Shorty. Absolutely feels better. Don't get me wrong, the Shorty's good. It fits in the palm, just in the palm with the Shorty, but this, the grip of it on the 09 and the 08 feels a lot better. Now, this is all three of them. We have the 09, the Ulanzi MT-09 here, the GoPro Shorty in the middle, and the Ulanzi MT-08 with an extra tripod adapter on the top. GoPro tripod adapter on the top, and that's how they look. And just by, I try and get them as level as possible, but just by looking at that, you can see that the middle, the GoPro Shorty, is the shortest one in length when fully extended. Then followed next by the 09, the Ulanzi 09, and then the Ulanzi 08 is the tallest one. Now, don't mind about that. You're looking between them. I should have took that off actually. But this is the longest one. This is the second longest, and that is the shortest, and that's how they look. Now, I've put this, all three of them, on a small table just to show you with the legs out, the footprints of them, how they stand out. And also you can actually see the heights of them. Now, I've got this slightly not straight. The Ulanzi one isn't straight. Hold on. If I straighten that up. I put it on there and I didn't straighten it up. So I'll put that on there straight. Even though it's a little bit crooked again. But that's the Ulanzi one. Sorry about that, folks. And as you can see, straight off the bat, on the table here, with their legs out, the GoPro Shorty is the shortest one, just by probably about half an inch compared to the Ulanzi MT-09, and the tallest one is the Ulanzi MT-08. I hope I got that right. It's the MT-08 is the tallest one. But the footprints of what they, when I mean by the footprint, the actual area which they stand in, are roughly the same. Now, as you can see, I would use these outside, standing on a tabletop, or even on the ground or on top of a rock or something like that, because they sit quite low, as you can see, to the surface. It's a less chance of these being blown over, especially if you're using an action camera. If you put a phone mount on there, obviously a phone is a lot bigger than an action camera, and it may blow over. It may do, so be warned of that. Now, this is my quick 2p worth about these mini selfie stick tripods. Now, I'll start off with the Ulanzi MT-09. Now, this is a very, very good selfie stick mini tripod for your action camera, and even for your phone as well, if you can get a phone mount for it. It is just as good as the GoPro, if not slightly better, because of the grip. The grip on this and the rubber on the ends of the legs of this puts it just in front of the GoPro Shorty. And the cost, it costs far cheaper than the GoPro Shorty. To me, it's built just as good, if not even better, than the GoPro Shorty. So if you're looking for a kind of mini selfie stick tripod to vlog with, or just to take, or just to carry, just take pictures for holidays and stuff, you can't go wrong with that. You won't lose out on money on this. It's very, very good. And as I said, you get some, at least you get some decent grip on this. Now, my 2p worth on the GoPro Shorty. I think if GoPro reduced the price of this and brought it down closer to the Ulanzi MT-09, then you can buy this. It's worth buying it. But for the price of £22, it is not worth that kind of money, especially when you feel it's built good, don't get me wrong, but Ulanzi is a much smaller company, I personally think, than GoPro. And if they can build something similar to this, which is even better than this, GoPro should at least, this should be at the top of the tree when it comes to mini selfie stick tripods. But the Ulanzi MT-09 just beats this, just beats it, because it feels good in the hand. Even though this feels good, but it feels with the grip on there, it's a lot better than this. You get a decent thumb screw rather than this kind of screw on there, which is very fiddly to tighten up. So overall, it's not bad, but I'd save your money. If it was reduced in price, then get it if you're a GoPro fanboy. Now, this is my 2 pence worth on the Ulanzi MT-08. Now, if you're looking for something slightly bigger than the other two, and you're going to be putting a mirrorless camera on there, or a compact camera, and you got the 1/4 inch thread, and you don't want to be with the hassle with the GoPro fingers into the GoPro mounts, this is the one to get. It is really, really good. It feels, it's built well. The rubber, the same as the MT-09, feels good in the hand when holding it, and it's the tallest one out of all 3 of them. Now, for the price, it is really, really good. I can't say anything negative about it apart from that they've made on all 3 of them the top part, apart from the MT-09, where this part is made out of metal, where the red band is, it's metal, and the top is plastic, but this part is metal, especially where the red band is and where the legs meet, rather than with this one, which is plastic. Otherwise, it's a great mini selfie stick tripod. Now, I know this is a long video on all 3 of these. There was a 4th one made by another manufacturer that I wanted to review, but when I went to buy that one, it had been sold out. It was going to be the cheapest one out of all 4 of them, because that one would have cost about £8. And so I would have put it up against these, but looking at it, I think you can't go wrong with the Ulanzi ones, to tell you the truth. It's just that the GoPro one ain't too bad, but I wish GoPro just lowered the price. You've got to lower the price, GoPro, because what you're charging, £22, is a lot of money, especially when companies like Ulanzi are making something better for less money and feels more quality. So, but anyway, if you got any of these, and please leave a note down in the comment section what you think about them, because your opinion may be different than my opinion. So please leave it down in the comment section what you think. If you like this video, and it's difficult for me to do the double thumbs up, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I know it's a bit of a long video. I like to be thorough. If you don't like it, please give it a thumbs down. I understand. Trust me, I understand. If you like my channel, please subscribe. And oh yes, thanks for watching.